Welcome aboard this 47 Great Harbour 2009 salvage boat.
This is also raised, so you have that good visibility out.
These boats are unsinkable. Oh, look at that.
You would definitely be able to crawl back there.
There was a concrete finger pier next to it, and it just kind of pounded on top of that. All right, guys, welcome back to the harbor, and welcome aboard this Great Harbour N47. It's a 2009. This boat is a salvage boat. There has been some damage. We'll go through all of that, see what we can find. Going to be doing more of these in the near future because, well, we've had a lot of hurricanes smashing a lot of boats up and down the coast. So, and I think they're fun. I like doing them. I'm still going to be incorporating other trawlers and other, nicer boats and newer, cleaner boats. But, going to strike while the iron's hot with these salvage boats, and hope you guys enjoy them. This boat will be auctioned off. I'll leave a link in the description area to Cooper Capital's website. That's where you'll be able to find this boat and bid on it. Let's jump in. Everything on the inside looks really nice on this thing. There was some damage done to the hull. I don't know the total extent of the damage, but we'll nose around and see what we can find. I brought my camera lady with me today. She's gonna help us out a little bit. Let's jump on the outside and then we'll go inside and she can show us around in there. So we'll start here at the stern. It's got a little bit of a cockpit, small. They've got this decking down, dry deck it's called, and I'm not exactly sure why they have it down, but they like it. We've got it on both sides. It comes right up as you see. Great Harbour has a nice textured non-skid, and it's a two-tone, little bit of a two-tone color. So anyway, you can leave that or take it off. By the way, these are built in Gainesville, Florida. These are a really cool boat. This boat is a 15-foot 10 beam. It's got a 2-foot 10 draft, so those two things usually don't go together. A wide boat needs a lot of draft normally. And it has over 3,000 mile range, so this thing will really get you there. It's got twin 75 Yanmars, so lower horsepower, which again helps with that longer range. You're not burning as much fuel, but you got two engines, so you got a backup in case something happens. Just a really versatile boat. Let's go to port here. Very wide side decks. Nice stainless covers on the vent covers, stainless cleats, but then it does have got a little stainless chafe guard here for your lines. Very nice big, looks like 2-inch piping on the aluminum handrails all the way around to the foredeck. This is a massive foredeck. I mean, it's a 47-foot boat, but you are not going to find many decks bigger than this. So it does have a lift on the up on the bridge for a tender, but if you wanted to have a tender here or even a small skiff, maybe even a jet ski, you definitely have the space. Got a couple Maxwell windlass for the anchors. Got a big Bruce anchor, it looks like there, and a Danforth. Got a wash down here and waste pump out. We've also got our pedals for the windlass. But a lot of room to run here. Here we've got more of the decking, assuming it comes with the boat. Not sure where they were using that. We've got some storage lockers here full of lines. Now again, this is a salvage boat, so it's not exactly set up for showing, so we're doing our best with it. But some of the stuff we'll open as best we can and take a look inside. We do have the windscreens on. I'm going to leave those on. It's still allowing plenty of light to come inside, but you can see she would look pretty with those off, and the forward raked windows on the pilot house. Could use a little buff and wax here on the red. The whole boat needs to be detailed, but she should pop right out. Little wear there. Our lights, and looks like we got a forward facing camera. It might be just an infrared for at night. Now here we got our side door, a little sneak peek right into your helm. So it's nice when you're docking, you can just jump in and out. But we will, let's close that.
That's a nice door.
Very door, yeah, solid door. Nice ship door there.
Yeah.
Here we got the name, Great Harbour. Nice magma grill. Little extra bonus there. These things are pricey. All right, let's run up top here to the bridge.
Head on up the ladder.
We've got the cover off. It does have a cover. I'll show you a picture of that. And we've got a tender here. Let me see, what is this? That's a rib. And not gonna tear the whole cover off, but you can see it's a nice little rib, fairly clean. A little Tohatsu. I think it's a 10 horsepower. Nice cover. Covers are in good shape. So are the covers on that.
Yeah.
Bridge seating area, and these cushions look to be really nice. I like that material. It's not your typical like sticky kind of faux vinyl. Now while we're here, how about that Californian? Look at this. We're in between two Californians. Boats you don't see too often. And we are sandwiched in between a black and white and a black and blue. Sister ships? Are those the same? That boat might be coming up for sale. Let me know if you want to see a video on a Californian. Alright, so
I take it.
Back to the matter at hand here. You got your steering from the bridge. Of course, it does have steering down below. You've got a big screen Garmin here that's probably down below somewhere. Just very basic setup up top. We've got a radio, ship-to-shore radio, and we've got our gauges for our Yanmars. And again, all that bow space with nothing, no superstructure on there, and just this, you know, fairly compact bridge allows you to not have so much windage and getting blown all around when you're docking. This does have twin screws, and it has a bow thruster. Gel coat up here though has been covered, and it is very shiny, really clean. And there's some storage underneath. A lot of storage actually. That's a nice big storage. It's a starboard under the seat cushion here. And there's where, okay, I like to use the decking material because it keeps everything off the bottom so it stays dry. That's the big benefit for those. A couple of rocket launchers out back here. You could be trolling while you're cruising. Just imagine crystal clear blue water. Look at that tent. Somebody just built an entire tent around their boat. Made a spray booth. Probably doing a complete reconditioning.
What's wrong with that boat?
That boat is shot. That's an old steel boat. No, it's metal and it's falling apart. All right, well, let's go down below and maybe you can show us around down there. And while I'm here, by the way, a very nice stout stainless bimini top. That's a nice piece of pipe right there.
And it's got the bimini cover too.
Yeah,
so
and it has a bimini cover over the bimini, but it also, this radar arch can fold down. It's not going to be easy, but if you were needing some clearance, if you were possibly like on the loop or a certain bridge, you could drop it and lose probably 4 feet maybe. Steep steps heading down. Better turn around. Again, we've got the nice aluminum grab rails, and to our ship door,
did you
got
mention
some
anything?
rod holders up here.
Did you mention the swim platform at all?
Yeah, nice solid swim platform. And again, we will show you some stuff down below once we get down there. These things are known for a rub rail and a half, let me tell you. I've actually walked along those trying to detail boats. Solid. All right.
So this deck right here is fully covered, which is nice.
Yeah.
You can put out a couple chairs.
Yep, fully covered little cockpit.
And I noticed that this door here, it's a nice door, but there's quite a bit of a step up, which I didn't really see that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good step up.
It is a good step.
Into the teak and holly sole.
And you walk right into the main salon and the pilot house, right? Is it a salon slash pilot house?
Very bright in here. Nice light and airy. Even though now again, like I said, we do have the window screens on, so there will be some more light coming in, but even still, it's just very light and open. Really nice space here.
Yeah, you got good visibility out with all the windows, and all these windows will open for ventilation, except for, I don't know if those open, but you can see that these slide open here.
Yeah. Yeah, the forward windows don't, but the side windows do open.
Right. And then over here you have an L-shaped settee, and I would say it seats about 6 people, 4 to 6 people, and we have a nice table. This is also raised, so you have that good visibility out forward here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's
raised
up
quite
off
a
the
bit.
deck.
So this will swing open.
And this allows for headspace room in the engine room, I believe, is a secondary purpose of this. Gives you that extra headspace.
So this swings open and it does swivel. It's also high-low, so this could be used as a sleeping quarters, like double berth. You just add the cushions in there. So this is really nice. Here,
Nice cushions. What are those? Is that like a
feels like
leather? Yeah. Nice color.
So let's talk about this. So this was an add-on. So this is this could be a single berth here, but this could also raise up, and you have a bunk.
It locks in right here.
Yeah, it does lock in.
So it converts to a bunk, i.e. the backrest folds up and is now a shelf, and the lower part is a bunk. But you would not sit on this. You couldn't sit on that, put any weight on that. It would.
So it's not a proper bunk then?
No, that's not a bunk. This is the
So
bunk.
what would you use this for?
It's just out of the way. It's just storage.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, you can go ahead and shut it now.
All right, let's shut it.
Yeah, at first I was thinking it would have to have some legs under it to withhold,
Right.
and it's not wide enough.
Yeah, take a chance.
And
So,
really, I don't even know if that you even gained that much width. But anyway, that's
gain a few inches, probably 4 inches. And then underneath we have a lot of deep storage.
you'll notice on this
really
this
nice.
boat has a lot of storage,
Yeah.
including right where you're standing. Let's pop that open.
So that's
the bosun storage, or could even be possibly converted into crew quarters because this is huge.
How do we secure this?
No, it's open.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah. It's not open.
Yeah, right. That
It needs secured.
this hydraulic arm isn't working, so yeah, don't let that crack you in the head or me. Hold it open. Real quick peek here, and this is completely closed off from the engine room. There was a bit. Oh wow, yeah. There was a bit of a diesel smell when I first came into the salon, so not sure exactly why, but this room doesn't smell like an engine room at all. So it completely closed off again. Like if you wanted to do something crazy, like have crew quarters. Oh, what is this? Now there is damage done to this boat. I don't think this has anything to do with it. I'm not sure. And the damage done was the boat got up in a flood tide, storm surge, and there was a concrete finger pier next to it, and it just kind of pounded on top of that underneath the hull, along the port side and even along the keel. So we'll look at that from the underneath side, and we'll kind of try to keep an eye out for anything in the bilges and see if we can see where the damage came through. Maybe if any stringers were struck, affected. I'm not sure. If you're going to buy a boat like this, you definitely need to come see it, and you should, get a survey done. I'm not even sure how surveys work with salvage titled boats, but that's for you to find out. I'm not an expert, just a boat enthusiast, and here to help kind of show the boat off a little bit, see what damage we can see. And well, here's a little bit of damage. This is the only water damage I've noticed, and it's dry, but looks like we might have a little bit of the leak here in the corner somewhere. This boat was built by the owners. He wanted a boat to cruise and live on with a big family. I can't remember. He had a couple of kids, and he couldn't find one that was big enough, that had enough storage, and so literally he built the first Great Harbour They've been making them ever since. They were built and designed for like a small family to do long trips with somewhat of an economical, you know, power plant and plenty of storage. So that's what we got here. Here we've got all of our, we've got our Garmin multifunctions. We've got our ship-to-shore radio, our main power, engine power, windlass power, thruster. We've got our bow thruster here. Got the Yanmars. I believe, I want to say 3,600 hours on those.
Yeah.
We've got our throttles. We've got the side door. So if you were, you know, by yourself, or hopefully you're not single-handing, but you got quick access out here to the cleat, grab a boat hook and tie her down. In this seat here, you know, we've got a footstool. Definitely helps. Nice little captain's chair. But when you are not running, flip that up and you flip this up, or down I should say, and it's out of the way, and you've got nice easy access. Here we've got all of our panels, electrical panels, computer, radar, autopilot, VHF, horn. There's our 12-volt DC, and here we've got the AC, washer, dryer. It doesn't say dryer.
There is a dryer.
There's a dryer, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Trash compactor, below decks, outlets, microwave, galley lights, refrigerator. Yeah.
And over here we just have another little seating area for the co-pilot.
Yeah, open that chart table.
Yeah.
The charts have disappeared. Everything's gone electronic.
No, there's charts down in one of the rooms. So this is
Nice.
access.
Yeah,
No
nice.
more storage.
Yep. Oh, there's no access. Thought there'd be access to the electronics.
This is a nice dinette here, and the cushions I believe are in one of the staterooms.
Yeah, the forward stateroom has the cushions.
So we're talking about storage on this boat. Take a look here as well. Well, it's
Yeah.
not storage, but that's
Yeah, that's
kind of storage.
Yeah, storage.
What is that though?
That's one of the ACs, I do believe. But golly, this has got that huge high-low. It's got that nice high-low table, and then this is like this galley is like something you see on a 60-footer. I mean,
so this is a full-size galley. I mean, we have a household-size fridge here,
yeah.
and we have a microwave, convection oven, stovetop, oven.
Dishwasher.
Oh wait, that is
yeah.
a dishwasher.
Full dishwasher, and here we have a compactor.
Yep,
Trash compactor. They got a dehumidifier running. There's no sense of moisture damage or humidity in here that I can see.
Take a look at these. I don't know. I like these portholes, but they're easy to open. You just swing these little knobs open, and it just lifts up and clips. And you got some lights. You have some ventilation.
Air. Yep.
Yeah. Like today is a perfect day for this.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Outside. This is definitely a full-size sink here.
Yeah.
Looks like our house, basically.
Yeah, cabinet woodwork is really pretty. Very nice color.
Everything secures, closed. You can close it here, push it closed for when you're underway. I'm just impressed with this galley. I really like this area. Even though it's below and it's a little dark, you still are open to guests that are going to be sitting here. And you've got the day head here. You can walk right up to the pilot house. It's just, I mean, it feels cozy still.
Yeah.
So this does convert into another berth as well.
Oh, wow.
And some other models, they make it optional where you can change this whole space into another stateroom. So you can have a 3-2 instead of a 2-2.
Oh yeah, I think that was what the model was set up that I had. That I already did a boat. That was a 37 though. I'll leave a link to that Great Harbour as well in the description. But this is a pantry. That's a nice deep locker as well. And the finish is, I believe it's just gel coat, but they've put the lines in it to give it a kind of a little nautical feel. And then the headliner is, I'm not sure what that is though. It's a hard finish.
So we'll go to this later, but this is awesome.
Sneak peek. Here's a sneak peek. at the engine room.
That has 7-foot headroom in there too, guys.
7 feet. And that's what I was saying, you get the extra headspace there under that high-low table.
More storage here.
This Corian countertop?
This does look like Corian. So here is the dryer.
Okay, so is that a washer-dryer combo?
No, it's not.
Oh.
There's a separate washer right behind me. And here is your washer.
Okay.
So,
That's better than having the combo. I hear the combos aren't the greatest.
Alright, and then to starboard we have the day head, which is really good size actually, and I like the finish in there.
Yeah, this is,
yeah.
again, I'm not sure if it's fiberglass, but...
So the vanity top here does expand with this added lift countertop.
So vacuum flush heads look fairly new, or at least clean.
And the shower, I mean, being full size, it's not full size, but you can actually...
Well, is this a tub? Basically, it's a little tub.
You can spin around in there, and it's got room.
Spin around and
Spin around.
play with a rubber ducky. I think there's enough room for a small bath, really, if you wanted to fill it up.
And this is my favorite room, actually. I think I would use this for an office and then take a nap here. So we have this single berth with a lot of storage below. Beautiful port lights, port hatches. This one's open. Light ventilation. This opens up. Here's some charts that we were looking for before.
Yeah, we've got a really nice desk.
Look at that. That's great for an office space.
And here we've got a bunch of screens and even covers to completely black out the port lights. And this is a little bit of invaluable information. Look at these systems. I mean, we've got the HVAC, the generator, waste systems, electronic, all the manuals, engines, Yanmars, entertainment, the manufacturer manual perhaps in there. That's really nice to have.
I mean, it's really clean. They took care of this boat, so it's really sad that...
Yeah, funny thing, I saw this boat actually at a local marina in the water before the storm, and I was like, man, that's such a cool boat. I'd love to do a video on it. And the next thing I know, it's
here.
It's here.
But not for good reason, but...
Yeah.
So
this slides out.
Yeah. This
Hold on.
Something...
Yeah, right here.
Does
Grab. Okay, that slides.
Why?
I don't know why that slides out further. You don't... Unless you had an extra cushion to slide in there.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe there's a filler cushion. Alright, now we're going to go to the VIP stateroom, and this is a queen berth.
And this is for the dinette in the galley?
Yeah, and this does convert into a berth over there. So we got the cushions here, but overall, I mean, you just see all of this storage space. Again, another desk, just deep storage there. This could also serve as a vanity, I guess. But I don't know if I would use this, but it's definitely nice to have. If you're living aboard, you need all of this space and storage. You got some access here to the foredeck and is that considered ventilation? I guess you open it and you close the screen.
Yeah, you can leave the screen, and then we've got, looks like these hatches are going to go to the anchor box at the anchor line. Let's take a look. Yep. There's our chain. At the bow pulpit.
Seriously.
Look at this. This is just
awesome.
endless storage.
I love this boat. But look at here. I mean, I'm just thinking, there's more storage. It's got the teak inlay there. I mean, they paid attention to all the details here. And I'd probably put my shoes in there, actually.
TV, little entertainments.
Well, another hanging locker. So we got our entertainment center here. This shows you something electrical.
That's your hot and cold water supply, and maybe a shower sump pump. Like another bathtub, another little bathtub.
Yeah. Let me get in there. So yeah, this is the head for the VIP room, and we got of pretty much a full-size, could be a tub, shower. You can open this up, get some fresh air and some light. And then we got the vacuum flush head. And there's no counter space because here it is. So we got the counter out here, which I like. So if somebody's tying up, you know, counter space and this doing their hair, their makeup, you know, you have separate access to the bathroom.
This pops up and it does have lights, but it looks like they burned out. Those were light bulbs.
Yeah.
That's not good. But they're out now, and it would turn on when you opened it, but I guess you don't need it.
Yeah, I really like that this is separate from the head.
Yeah. Instead of cramming it all in.
Yeah. Might as well. Little hooks for your towels or your coat on a day like today.
Let's see if we can see any, because this is kind of where the damage is underneath our feet.
Yeah.
I don't know if... Can't
Dry.
see anything there.
Would it ever be wet in that part of the bilge? Or no,
It shouldn't be, because it's so far forward and up. See, I don't know if this delaminating is just normal, or if it was from when she was rocking and rolling and banging. Oh, that's really deep back there. I can't see anything, but we're upside down. You would definitely be able to crawl back there if you were inspecting this. This looks like a super long stringer running somewhat down the middle of the boat, and I'm not sure. It looks like there might be a little damage there about halfway through. But it's good to see that you have this kind of access. Now look, yeah, I feel like about where it's halfway through, where I see the damage up on the seam, it looks like damage. I can't say for sure. I'm not crawling back there. But if you look here, you can see that little bit of light shining through. If you can, I'm not sure. Definitely seeing a little bit of daylight starting to come through. So I think that's where the damage is underneath. But okay, so the back side of this hatch, I'm in the galley now, and I can see where that daylight was coming in. That's that crack right there, and definitely looks like she started to crack a little bit from this bulkhead as well. So right there in the center, but as blue stain is, that's a crack, and then along the seam. So it's good news and bad news. The good news is you can see it and actually access it. Stick somebody who doesn't mind working hard and in tight spaces in there to fix it. But bad news is it's pretty bad damage. And is it worse than that? Is this the only way you can get to it? So there you go. There's some more of the damage. I'm not sure, you know, if that's the extent of it, if there's more underneath, but there is some access to it. So good news, bad news. Good news, you can see the damage and you can get to it, but bad news is it came through, and is there more that you can't see? Let's also take one last pop up on this side here. See how much fun these boats are? So much more fun than a boat that's all perfect. There's all kinds of variables. I don't see anything like that here. It's not to say if you got back in there you wouldn't find something. Well, there you have it. Make your own decision. Buyer, beware. Okay. I bought a Carolina skiff that hit a piling, a floating piling, and it tore the bottom out. Tore the gel coat out and got into the foam of the hull. And I thought the guy was going to be able to just repair it from the bottom, but we couldn't. He had to remove the forward deck cap and get down and you know, build it up from the inside out. I don't know if that's what's going to be needed to be done here though. So that's for an expert to tell you, fiberglass guy. But we'll go take a look at the damage and the exterior of the boat now. as we work our way out.
First, we're going to look at the engine room.
Okay. All right, go
For
ahead.
you.
Open
No.
up, and then I'll follow you in there.
Yeah. I mean, check out the space.
Nice ship door with a little port light window. Very cool. Yeah.
You can kind
Wow,
of see
this is huge.
how much space we got here. So this is 7-foot headroom. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's clean. I mean, it looks really clean. How does it smell?
Yeah, it doesn't smell bad. I mean, it smells like an engine room. It smells.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a smell, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's overpowering in any way.
It's dry.
Very dry. I mean, this is the build we're standing in. I mean, it's squeaky clean.
Yep.
Yeah, I was in that engine room on the other Great Harbour, and I really liked it. Now here we've got the starboard engine. Again, these are 75 horsepower Yanmars. Pretty clean little ticker. Our fuel filters. We've got our I believe these are your sump pumps for your bathrooms. You've got your master head, your guest head. We've got our chargers and inverters for the batteries. We've got our blower fan. We've got a sea chest here. This is great. These, instead of having multiple through holes in through the hull, you have one big through hole that draws water in. You can keep the strainer clean by taking off this top here and keep an eye on it. And then you've got your generator and your starboard engine, and you've got your water maker, your port engine, your AC pump, all going into this sea chest, and that's where they're drawing their water from. It really clean and uncluttered engine room, and gosh, you just got so much room. This is just beautiful. How much room? You're a little tight getting back in here to the generator, but
We even got a workbench right here.
yeah, nice little workbench. Again, you know, you're standing here reaching up. I got my towels, shop towels. I mean, look at this. We got cameras too. We're on camera. You can keep an eye on the engine room, make sure nothing's smoking out while you're running.
I think this is like my favorite boat that we've toured so far.
Yeah. Well, it's a trawler, but the trawlers are generally smaller. This thing is so beamy and wide and flat feeling. It doesn't feel like you're in a hull. It feels like you're just in an apartment really once you come inside.
My home.
And it doesn't draft a lot of water. This is really a perfect boat for the Gulf Coast of Florida. You know, you're not out running in the Atlantic and heavy swells. You're just kind of easing in and out of Tampa Bay, Charlotte Harbor, maybe go down to the Keys, work your way up to Pensacola.
Let's do it. That sounds really fun.
We could definitely comfortably cruise with our 2 kids. What about our 2 dogs? Dogs gonna make it?
They would freak out at first, but
Yeah,
eventually they would probably like it, yeah.
Even this nice little accent here, this little 1x6 running all the way around to hide the blinds. Just a nice touch, nice trim. All right, now for continual walkthrough of this 47 Great Harbour 2009. at this tub. All right, guys, welcome back to the harbor and to Fort Myers, Florida today. I'm on a 440 Aft Cabin Carver, 1996. This boat has been damaged by the hurricane. Well, here she is, 1996 440 Carver Aft Cabin. Hurricane damaged, and that's about all I know. So we're gonna find out exactly what kind of damage. But I think she took on some salt water, I'm assuming. Some stains coming down there from that stainless port light, some rust stains. The gel coat, considering the year, Carvers in general don't have great gel coat. They just don't buff out well. So it's really not in bad shape. Probably need to wet sand it if you really wanted it to shine, but a couple passes with some heavy compound ought to do it. She don't look too scarred up on the outside. Got a little dock rash right here. She was rubbing. Man, look at them props. There, got some oysters on them still. Look at that line, nice line cutters. You got her stacked up nice and high. Make it easier on the guys doing the bottom job. You throw an extra coat on it. It's got a little barrier coat coming through there, but see the work they've done. Leak assessment of all windows and frames, hatches and portholes. Gel coat damage, repair to the port side, possibly starboard, rub rail damage, repair aft cabin exterior window frames, assess damage of davit system, aft cabin veneer damage from salon window leak, port fuel tanks leaks, investigate, determine best course of action. Well, that's not good, but I didn't see anything about saltwater damage here. Well, let's climb aboard. Classy Cassie out of Corpus Christi, Texas. Big swim platform with a dock box. This is another auction boat. Could have a little shower here, hot and cold. And here's our freshwater fill. Nice port light to look out from the aft cabin. Really nice solid stairwell. Smart plug, 50 amp hookups, your TV, 30 amp, 30 amp. You tell me as you see, what you think it's worth as we go through it. Aft cabin, so it's got this beautiful sun deck back here. A lot of room with the hard top, great space. You're gonna be spending most of your live aboard life right back here. You got a little fridge and freezer, both of which need to be replaced. Little storage cabinet. Let's take a walk around. Port side moving forward. A little chalky, but she'll buff out. Nice wide open decks. Got a manual adapter here for this windlass. Nice big deck here that'll take a sun pad if it has it. Got some damage here to the rail. Bow rail has been folded over. There's a little chewing here, but really it's not bad. And look at that. That is some quality stanchions right there to hold this thing in place and not break. Man, you can almost bend it back. Big brow. Not too sharp of a pitch. You can actually climb on top of that and do a little buffing and waxing. Feels a little tight over here. Not seeing much damage. You know, little stress cracks, that's totally normal. Par for the course on a 96. We're looking at 28-year-old boat, pushing 30 years old. I believe this is an aluminum painted, yeah. Aluminum painted arch, radar arch. Got safety lines here. Really not bad. Not bad at all so far from what I'm seeing on the exterior. And here you've got nice, big, heavy wing doors. Really solid. So when this is all completely enclosed with isinglass, which it's obviously all missing, you shut these doors and you're completely out of the weather. All right, 3 steps up to the bridge. What do we have back here? For some reason they've got, I'm not sure where that seat goes, but it doesn't go there. Looks like you could put maybe an inflatable dinghy that's collapsed down in there. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't seen that before. It's a nice starboard little box on the top of the hard top. Cushion's gonna need to be replaced. Here's life jacket storage. Here's good access here to your helm. All of the wiring. 2 panels that'll come right off for easy access. Just got more storage. Captain's chairs need to be replaced. All the upholstery. Bimini is gone, so she's just cooking, guys. So if you're gonna get her quick. Well, some of these gauges are still intact. 4,300. Yeah, I believe the listing said she's got 5,000 hours on her. So somebody was using it. That's good to see. Of course, she is almost 30 years old. Yeah, it's just this is shot. This Ray Marine E120 has just been totally cooked by the sun, guys. You got to keep these covered. Covered with the cover, then covered with a canvas cover, and then keep the Bimini on, which obviously the hurricane took that off. Look at this ancient thing, and it's actually, the screen's in better condition than that newer model. We got all of our pumps, forward, mid, aft, blower. Got our VHF. Here's our throttles. Starboard and port. Analog, compass. Again, all of our gauges are in decent condition here. Let's head down below. All right, down below into the salon. Now this main big room is really nice. Really well laid out. But she does have a bit of a funky smell, guys, I'll tell you that. You got mold starting to grow. A little messy. Teak and holly floors still look pretty good. And it is a great room. This is a big room. We got our galley down in the dinette. Check that out in a minute, but here's our entertainment area. A little wine bar. There's your entertainment, electronics, TV. In here, man, I had a puppy dog. Look at that. She's a bit of a mess, it looks like, before the hurricane hit. There's a faux fireplace. Oh, there's your heater. The headliner is tight. It's not mildewing. Don't see any leaks there. Although we've got some water intrusion here with some mildew growing. A little bit of water all along the windows there at the bow. Definitely that heat is just pounding in here, guys. You got to keep that covered if you're going to go with this boat. All right, well, let's check the aft cabin first while we're here. Definitely got a musty smell in here. All this lining, which is, man, it's like a canvas. I mean, that'll clean up. What do you want? South Florida hurricane damaged boat. Really dirty too. Like I said, this thing was needing a cleaning before the hurricane hit. Oh man, especially the bathroom. But stand up. Now we got a nice little sit down here for the completely enclosed shower. That's very nice. A wetsuit. Cedar locker with our battery switches. Another cedar hanging locker. Gosh, guys, this got a lot of storage here. Look at that wall. All storage. I tell you, it's got a lot of space. It's a 44 foot. The length overall is nearly 47. She's big. 15-foot beam. There's a lot to work with here. Now, this upholstery all looks good. Original, dark blue. Great shape. We got mildew here and there and everywhere. Fridge has got to go. That's ancient. Same with the dishwasher, but it does have a dishwasher. Ovens, these little princess ovens, fine. Yeah. I mean, it may work. I shouldn't say fine. Microwave is shot. Good size galley. It's down. I prefer a galley up, but you know, you could serve right up here as your countertop and just hand the grub up. Top ramen noodles stashed away. Ooh. She's a diamond in the rough. Right now she's just rough. Alright, here we have washer, dryer. Better to get this style than the combo, from what I'm hearing. The combo are not that great. That's the washers and dryers that are, you just throw it in, they wash it, and they dry it in the same machine. Smell that holding tank. I'm not smelling any fuel. Said something about a possible fuel leak on that work order. I mean, this place just looks like they just left mid-vacation. Toothpaste is still out. Hurricane's coming. Get the kids out of here. Legos still ready to go. Cute. So here we are in what would be the guest room, kids room. Nice double bunk here. Single bunk up top, and if they fall out, they land on the double bunk. Another big closet. Oh wait, here we go. Let's see if we can figure these doors out. There we go. Some kind of light oak wood, it looks like. Bifolding door. I'm not loving it. She's kind of swelled. I'm not sure. I don't want to break anything. Not wanting to shut. Two entries into the head, another shower. So this is a complete dry head with a vacuum flush. This is a nice little header, actually. She just needs some TLC. Let's look down into the bilge. Oh, that ain't good. That's some black water right there. Now here's the disappointing part, guys. I can't get to the engine room. It's under these steps, and this step is not budging. You got your hinges here, you grab here, and you pull. And I mean, it is not coming. I've tried with two hands, I've yanked, I've pulled. I don't want to break anything, so I'm not sure if it's swelled shut or if it's locked from the inside. And then the only other way, I'm not even seeing any deck hatches here. So, no, can't get into the engine room. Alright, here's the electrical panel. 12 volt DC and 120 volt AC. Got our AC water pump. Aft AC units, salon AC unit, forward AC unit. So we got 3 air conditions to maintain. I'd rather just maintain one, but gotta keep the whole boat cool. There's all our lights, aft cabin, port, salon, starboard salon, galley, the head, V-berth, accessories, pumps, exhaust fans, miscellaneous. There's all your receptacles, hot water heater, range, microwave. Alright guys, let's dive into a continual walkthrough, and I'm going to show you some specs as well. I'd also like to let you know that if you have a hurricane damaged boat, or if you've just got a boat that you're tired of looking at back on the dock and you're looking to get out from under, let me know. Drop an email or leave me a comment. I may be interested in buying it. I'm looking at possibly getting into buying some bigger stuff. I've done a few little boats in the past on trailers, but so any shape, any size, any make, any model. Just let me know, and look forward to hearing from you. Guys, welcome back to the harbor. Actually on Tampa Bay today, in Bradenton, but on the Tampa Bay, and we've got a salvage boat to look at. This is another boat with Cooper Capital. It's a 50-foot Prestige, and this is a burn boat, fire boat that caught fire, and it's believed to be it caught fire from the underwater lights. And yeah, so what a shame. Underwater lights, something you don't even need. You think a pretty simple little add-on. Uh-oh, here comes their pointer pup. Hey, come here. You gonna say hi, or are you gonna bark at me? But yeah, I mean, here's the underwater lights. Simple little add-on, and possibly the culprit that burned this boat to a crisp. However, it seemed to have been contained, from what I read, in the underneath the decks in the engine room area. So, you know, the whole boat shouldn't be torched. Let's get in and find out. While we're here, though, let me take a peek at the running gear. It's got the big IPS pod drives. That's a pricey little unit there. And look at this swim platform too. Big hydraulic swim platform. Really nice. Gives you a beautiful, well, it's your launch for your dinghy, and then a nice area to swim and relax, sit on in the water. You've got her. Here he comes. Here he comes. Hi. You okay? You good boy? Huh? You good boy? You good boy? He is a good boy. Yeah, I was gonna get a poodle pointer. Instead, I just got a poodle. A mix between a poodle and a pointer. That's a pointer dog. Yeah, you're all right. But she is got the bow on the ground here, so hopefully she's not holding water in there anywhere. But all looks to be in pretty good shape. Needs a buff and a wax as usual. You smell my dogs, huh? But let's get on board, take a look. Okay, well, we're aboard Legacy. Got the chamois mop ready to go. Just needs a quick wash down and a few other minor details. You can have this baby back on the water. She got crunched here. This marina got hit pretty hard, it would appear, by one of the hurricanes we've had. Again, we're right on the Tampa Bay, and but that's not the problem with this boat. This boat was a fire boat. Maybe it's been sitting here because it does look like it's got a little bit of damage, at least back there on the swim platform. But let's walk around and see. Now she is sitting bow forward, so it is holding water right here. Teak cockpit and swim platform. These Prestige boats, I believe they're French built. Really well built. Nice fit and finish. There's a sneak peek. Windows are open. Alright, at the bow, got a nice sun pad. Windlass. Locker there with the chain and rod. It feels kind of funny here. Sloped down pretty significantly. Little bimini top. It's nice. Keep the sun off you if you just want to get a little waves and breeze, not sun. Out on the bay. There's a little bit of the damage I was saying. There's the windshield there's been shattered, as has this window. She's a little wet inside, but all in all, the exterior looks pretty good. Let's see if we can sneak by this big old fender. Upholstery's very nice out back here still. I like that much better than a lot of the other finishes. That's going to really hold up well over time. Nice teak table, varnished and covered. Really nice. Sliders, mirrored. Look at these steps going up to the bridge. Teak with a beautiful stainless post. Let's just take them on up and look at the bow. Take a look here on the bridge. Look at the stainless bimini. Tell you, everything is really well built here on this Prestige. And here we've got a 59, nearly 10 feet bigger. And that appears to be a damaged boat as well. Certainly not being cared for. Look at that hard top though. So much nicer with a hard top. Anyway, back here we do have a radar arch and more of the upholstery, which again is in fine condition. Another teak table. I'm not going to wade through all the water here, but here we've got another large pad, steering at the helm, or on the bridge here. Seat with probably a bit of a wet bar behind here, under here, should I say. Yeah, there we go. Fridge or ice maker. Probably a cooktop, feels like, underneath. But yeah, more of this of the teak. And we did just have quite a bit of rain yesterday, so it doesn't look like she's been sitting like this for too terribly long. Oh, a little cooler. Oh, it's a fridge, a little fridge. Nice. And this is not going to be too expensive to get that replaced. Hatch closes. Some really nice steps coming down with handrails on either side. It is steep, but those handrails are very nice. A little bit of smoke there. Here we got a little joystick for docking, made easy at the stern. And look at that. Nice spot to keep your line out of the way. Put on your little windlass there. Not windlass, but I'm drawing a blank. You got chalks, stainless, nice stainless cleat, open chalk. This is really a proper, very proper setup, you know, for a 50-foot boat. Something you see on a big sailboat or a much larger yacht. This is the first Prestige I've done a tour of, and I'm really impressed. I'm not going to mess with that, but we'll transom door. Yeah, well, let's go inside and see the damage. All right, here we go. I'm going to say first impressions and smell. Not bad. I don't smell smoke. Now these windows are open. I mean, it's faint smell, but could be worse. She's, you know, she's got smoke damage, It's definitely smoke stained throughout. Let's see how much of it is actually damaged. Start right here as we come in. Okay, here's our electrical panels, at least maybe just for the generator, the main battery breakers. She's got a Cummins Onan generator. Here we've got a little ice maker and a bar. Found the bar. Relax, the gin appears to have survived, and the vodka, fire water. My dad drank that till about killed him. Did kill him. If it's ever was good, then I'm sure it still is. Maybe even got a little bit better of a flavor. Dry age and charred. Alright, well, here we are in the galley. Let's put a little light on the subject. This is nice. Nice little galley. It's actually really cool. Right here at the cockpit where, yeah, got another door that slides open this way. So we're just in and out with goodies and snacks. Little bar here. Here's our freezer. Here's our fridge. These Prestiges are prestigious, if that's a word. They're really nice. This is a nice boat. Man, I wouldn't mind making a run at this one. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Electric top, convection oven. We got here dishwasher, faucet, storage, little wash basin. Here you're going to see, ooh, little mildew. Here you're going to see, I was going to say the other, you know, the color it should be, but this top looks like it would clean up pretty easy. That's just with my finger. No spit or polish. Here you got a little remote control stash. Very pretty in here. Multi-colors. We've got a gray captain's, double captain's chair, but a nice white seating. Settees, I should say. Look here, you can see where the, you know, color difference is. So you can go with smoke gray, or you can clean it up and get back to white. Two hatches heading out, letting in ventilation and letting in the dripping water from the, you know, as we saw up top, because this boat is bow down, she is dripping. So that's a problem here. And that just needs to be secured. And the seat, hopefully she sells soon. I believe this boat is auctioned off in the spring, so hopefully she gets sold before the summer. And this doesn't turn into a big mildew problem. There's mildew starting, but this can be taken care of at its current condition. This is something's broke here, but there is a flat screen TV that can fold up. Really nice views all the way around. I mean, complete 360 views, really. Not a lot of hard finished fiberglass. Everything seems to be, you know, covered with some kind of covering, vinyl, wood, or what have you. The flooring, let me show you this. It is all stained and shot, but look at simple. It's got a nice dark wood floor underneath, potentially completely preserved. So just tear that out, replace it or not, and you are ready to go. Now we've got a master berth down below, but let's head forward first. This is all, okay, this is a textured, it's fiberglass, but it's a textured fiberglass. Really pretty. We've got our joystick, got the Volvo Penta throttles, multi-screen Ray Marines. Yeah, let's head down below. Let me shine a little light on this subject for you guys. Here we have a guest room, two thin berths for temporary guests or kids. Little flat screen TV there. Nice storage. It was a family boat. Little diapers. Here we have the head, and it has shower doors that will open and create a, square that little bathroom, that little shower off to keep it nice and dry in here. Again, nice textured, kind of like a painted finish there. I'm not sure what you'd call that, but very nice. Nice sink. Japsco vacuum flush. Again, lots of storage here. I think I should figure out how to open it. Oh, there it is. Very simple little lever. Here we have the V-berth. Narrow window, but you can see out, and you can open it if you need ventilation, as well as in the hatch above. So far, all I am seeing in here is a deep scrubbing and back into the head. Oh, let's see here. We got under the stairs the stowaway. Here's our washer dryer combo. Looks like new. I don't even see any signs of smoke damage in there. Splendid combo. Alright. There's this little table. Can fold open as well. Let me show you guys that. So making it much larger. Let's head down below. On our way, let's stop. Okay, here we've got some breakers, and I don't know, it's leading us to the fire. Definitely got charred in there pretty good. Oh wow, this is nice here. Full beam, midship, would you call it? Yeah, midship master suite. Very nice, I like this. Velour or suede. Still in good shape. Little desk here, charging or working from your laptop. Hopefully you can get some better views. Pretty material there. Maybe canvas material, padded. That's white, and it appears to have no stain really that I see. Our fusion radio, and yeah, more storage. Another countertop, and an ensuite, completely enclosed shower, a little step down, and a teak grate drain. Appears to be in pretty good condition in here. Again, just needs more of a deep clean than anything. Since I am by myself, I want to give you guys a little bit of depth perception, kind of show you how big the boat is, or how small, or just how it feels. It's kind of difficult sometimes when I'm standing behind the camera to really show you the depth of the boat, but you're at the helm right now, which is the most forward part of the salon. Right over here we are going down stairs, so here it is. You have a upper deck here, a little elevation onto the the main salon proper, where you have your helm and all of your seating, your dining / lounging area. Really a lot of seating as well. We've got 2 full couches, and then a double settee, and then a single seat. Of course, you also have the captain's chair here, and that will fold up. There's access to something underneath there, but we'll leave that for later. And then down here, of course, we have the liquor bar, and to our port we have the galley. Refrigerator sink. How's the trip going? Onward. And yeah, really a nice space. Try to give you another angle. See if I move you downstairs here. See, there's a little step, but yeah, let's just prop you up right here at the front door and heading forward. So, you know, a lot of room over here. Good views. You know, you're at an angle because the boat is at an angle, but anyway, just wanted to give you that view and see if that works. Let me know. Drop it in the comments. Always looking for new ways to try to, you know, make the videos a little bit nicer. I do the continual walkthrough where I try to just show the whole boat without stopping, which I think really helps, but never gives you a true depth perception with another human in the video. Here we are downstairs. So now let's go back out here. Hopefully that weed eater, yes, he stopped weed eating. And I was able to figure out this little latch here. It was just stuck. I just had to push it a little harder. Let's see if we can find out what started this fire. Get a light on for you guys. There we go. Or at least how bad it is down in here. Yeah, not bad. I was expecting something really bad. So, Volvo Penta IPS drive, 600 horsepower. I'm not sure if this is heat damage on the insulation, why it's cracked like that, but I might not be. It might just be the heat from the engine. It's just kind of strange, like where did the main fire come from to create that much smoke? This headliner looks like it's coming down a little bit. Again, this is insulated. There's your fuel tank. I guess it's designed like that. I don't think it's swelled. They're both like that. They look swollen, but I'm assuming that's the design. Yeah, it's just got like a rounded, it's not a hard finished corner, it looks like. Okay, here we go. What's this? Like I said, it did say the fire was believed to be in the underwater lights, so it sounds like it's not been completely confirmed. You know, there's definitely smoke damage in here as well. Here's our battery box. Engines appear to be okay. I don't see any melted wires or heat damaged sections, but I'm not looking super hard. Up in there, maybe. There's an electrical. Whew, man! Imagine rewiring one of these. And so I wonder if this, with a minor, it appears to be a minor fire with a lot of smoke, might be a winner. Replace some electrical systems, clean the smoke out, get her properly blocked. That'll be a nice start. So we don't have to have any water damage more than is necessary. But anyway, you know, not a lot to see in here other than, you know, it's a typical engine room. We've got our Cummins own-in generator. There's our fuel tanks, as I said. Water separator. Is that probably for the I wonder what that's for. Sewage. And there's our Raycor Marine our fuel filters. Fire suppression system. Guess it didn't go off, right? Okay, let's head out. Oh, there's our holding tank. This is nice. This is nice equipment in here, though. What's that? Blower? The blower system. The engine room is really well laid out. Very organized, detailed. I like it. It's not a huge engine room, but there's really plenty of space to get around both of these engines, especially on the starboard side. A little more plumbing here for the water systems and the AC units, looks like. You can crawl right around over here on hole number, well, there it is. Now for a continual walkthrough on this 50-foot Prestige 2014 salvage boat. Fire damaged, for sale in Bradenton, Florida on the beautiful Tampa Bay. Welcome aboard this 2025 42-foot Aquila. Now, other than the fact that she's been submerged, it's basically a brand new boat. Going up for auction. If you bid quick and you get to the website soon, you're going to be able to bid on this one, guys. Sometimes by the time I get them up, they are already gone. 2025, she has submerged, hurricane damaged boat. As I like to do with these damaged boats, let's kind of find out what is going on with it together. I'm not going to get on board without you guys, so let me find a spot to climb on. And well, this looks like as good a spot as any. And let's see what we got. Rainy day in beautiful Madeira Beach, Florida. It's gonna be a rainy week, so I had to get this one done. Looks like rain every day. But man, look at this. I gotta get you guys the beam on this. It's super beamy. Catamaran. This is nice. This is what you want to have. Super stable, excellent party boat. You can bring as many people as you want on this boat. Massive sun pads up here. Gonna go there. We'll see if we can find them. Let's see what we got in here. We got the windlass and spot to keep the anchor. Yeah, it's crazy to think this boat was in the boat shows not too long ago. Super cool little spot right here. Kind of reminds me of the Keys a little bit. In the boat show, and a year later, submerged and up on the auction block. Rocca windshield wipers, solid windshield wipers there. Got a nice little entry point here up to the bridge, but we're gonna stay up top for a minute. Hatch here, I'm not sure where that goes to. It doesn't open from the outside. Let's go down the port side. First of all, look at these stainless cleats though. Solid stainless cleats. I like these Aquila boats, really nice. Just a beautiful party boat. Oh, I got A little bit of damage there I'm seeing. That might just be part of a little bit of a fin. Gel coat is in good condition. I like these big windows. Very wide side decks. Man, this has got to be 3 feet across here, heading towards the stern. Integrated steps. Wow, cushions are still in plastic, or they've been kept in plastic to keep them in good shape. Got some damage here. This table got whacked. Bar stools. Sump pump. Help keep the engine room pumped out. What do we got here? This is interesting. See any damage under here? A little spot to keep a tender, I imagine. Here we got the swim ladder. Everything seems to be intact there. Little transom door. Got a hose going down into the bilge. I believe this hose. What is this? No, this is a giant power cord. No, it's a hose. Yeah, it's a hose. Well, you know, integrated steps all the way up. Sometimes it probably would be better for me to come on board first, but it's a little more exciting, I think, to just kind of be genuinely surprised at what I'm seeing as I go. We're missing a cushion here, but again, covered. The seats are all covered. Man, look at this deck up here. This is a party boat. Raymarine, electronics, bow thruster. Wonder what the damage is. She's submerged, so maybe that's simple saltwater damage. Maybe there's not a lot of actual structural damage, but you're gonna have to come down here and take a look if this is something you're willing to bid on. Not sure what the starting bid is yet. We will go to the website, Cooper Capital website, here at the end of the video. Nice grilling area. Excellent visibility all the way around. No big plastic curtains or windows. Don't ruin this boat by doing that. If it's too cold, well, put on a jacket. What's going on here? This top is got some kind of protective tape on it. Let me see if I can take a look here without falling. If you're gonna fall onto the water side, not the dock side. Interesting. What's going on here? What's this thing? I wonder if that's from the shrink wrap when this boat was transported. Looks like shrink wrap tape. Beautiful, massive hard top. Well, let's lift a few of these cushions here and we will go inside. Plenty of storage. I don't want to bypass anything obvious. Here we've got a tender davit and yeah, this is all shrink wrap equipment. So kind of interesting. Shrink wrap, plastic, it's been covered. and yet it's been submerged as well. There's access to the engines. We will look at those later. Got this drain here that runs all the way along the salon doors, so if you're taking a wave in over the back on a bit of a following sea, going to keep the inside dry. Now here we have, it looks like a manual line for the tender davit. Lift up, not sure how heavy of a tender or dinghy, and put it right there on that transom swim platform. Pretty cool. Haven't seen that yet on a power boat. And what else we got here? Wash downs. Really like these cleats. Very solid. Take a quick run around the boat one more time for you guys because the sun has popped out. It's turned out to be a beautiful afternoon. Look at this nice integrated handle underneath. So if she is rocking and rolling, which with a 21-foot beam is not going to be very often, you got something to hold on to. Seats up here, dolphin watching, little lifeline, safety line here, bow rail goes all the way around, and it hits you about mid-thigh. Look at that door, nice. Beautiful big bifolding door. And this is on some hydraulic arms, and this whole entire wall right here will lift out, and you got complete access from the kitchen, from the galley, right out to the cockpit. Very nice. And very nice inside. Look at this dark wood floors. Smells like an absolutely brand spanking new boat. So we'll see if we can find the water line, but it does not smell moldy or musty in here at all. We got some remotes here. We've got our autopilot. And this is for the windlass and davit. Ladder actually will deploy as well, and the gangway. Getting on and off. Welcome aboard your Aquila 42 Power Cat. Wow, man, barely even got to break this thing in. And here she is. Somebody's gonna get a deal. Big stainless wash basin, and I love these countertops. It's some kind of resin, but really nice. Kind of looks like stone. Canyon electric cooktop. Bosch is the best in my opinion. Convection oven, isotherm, fridge and freezer, nice cedar backed cabinets, more storage. Really nice headliner. I like that material. It's not vinyl. Got some lighting, and what we got here. Ooh, that thing was pulling. Look at that. Big screen TV up, flat screen. Yeah, very modern, very sleek. Man, I would take it. Have that back end wide open at anchor in the Bahamas. Look at this visibility. 360 degrees. Bright, nice light colors inside, except for the dark floor, which contrasts nicely. Still got the wheel cover on. Definitely the nicest salvage boat I've ever been on. Man, this thing could easily be mistaken for a boat at the boat show. But we haven't seen it all yet. Let's move inside here. Forward berth. There's a hatch for ventilation. Washer dryer combo. big spot here. Yep, we got the sun pads. Found the sun pads and a pretty comfortable little berth. And we will go down into, we're on the starboard side, forward part of the cat hull. There's a wash basin, nice little stand-up shower, dry head. Like the windows everywhere. Look out. No matter where you're at, go look at the hopefully blue water cabinets. And we will step out and I'll show you that this space here does completely close off. There we have it. Now, while I'm up here, this dinette does drop down and you could fill those in. I imagine there's some cushions. Maybe those were the cushions I was just looking at. So you could sleep two more up top here. Definitely a party boat. Let's stay on the starboard side. Take a look here on my way. We've got all of our electronics. We got all of our switches. We got our inverter bus, house main bus, AC main bus, Blue Sea systems, Kohler generator, Hensel systems. And this also closes off. So you can kind of close all three sections off. This place turns into a little bit of a dormitory. A lot going on here, really. Okay, here we go. Some nice hard paneled strata glass, not the isinglass that I was talking about. Probably just for the front to act as a windshield. Not going to wrap all the way around, but good enough to block any sea spray and heavy winds, cold winds. See here, blinds, beautiful, working, smooth, as they should in this 2025. Okay, here's a little sign of damage. Let me show you around first. The nice mirrored cabinets. Nice little bathroom, actually. Nice little head. Now here we have a bit of a water line. Mildew growing there. It's dry now. The mildew's dry as well. But water had made it all the way up here. Oh no, I'm scared to see the engine room. Fan. Well, let's pop open some of these. Maybe we can get a clue. There's our black water outlet, gray water outlet. Appears to be dry. Here we go. There's a little water line. I mean, we're in the bilge. There's our depth finder transducer. Hot and cold waters. You know, this is a bilge. It's pretty far forward though. There was water there. Nothing like super scary, but let's keep moving. Go. All right, let's check port side hull. That is where we did see a little bit of damage on the outside. Nice. Here's the master. Oh man, look at this. I'll take it. A room with a view. Big hull windows. Somehow this trim piece has been knocked off. What do we got over here? Little cubby. There we got an outlet, little area to charge your phone. It's a mirror. Getting ready. And here we got a nice little desk area. Just slide this stool, do a little work. Head to the head. Wow. big. We're all the way forward now into the front hull. Smells like beautiful brand new gel coat, still kicking off. Still got the plastic on the sink drain there. Yeah, I wonder if this boat was really even used. It might have just been damaged before they even took ownership of it. There we go, down in the hull. Looks dry. Not cedar lined. I was going to say cedar lined, but it's not. Faux cedar lined. Let's see if this is going to lift easy. There we go. We've got our port side water tank. And that looks like it did have some water coming up through the hull. Or through the bilge, I should say. Yeah, there's a water stain. Water line came up to here. But so far, the water seems to have stayed out of any of the wood flooring and the soft goods in here. As I said before, it smells completely normal. Wow, look at that. All those connections, bus bars. Nice and easily accessed. Okay, here we got our batteries. House batteries and service batteries. Again, easily accessible. Making it much more easy to install when you need to. Hey, here we go. Victron Energy transformer. And all of our fuses. Coming from here, again, it smells really good. It's dark, but I seems like I'm looking at the bottom there. That looks like some wood and just some wood carpentry holding it in, and smells dry. There's got to be something wrong with this boat. We're gonna find it. Back in the galley, one last look. Now, I've done a couple of these boats, these Aquilas. We've got all of our bookwork, owner's manual. Actually, I might be able to find some specs on it here. Well, here's all of our dimensions. You can pause the video and look at those if you want. Here we've got overall length 40 feet 11 inches, beam 20 feet 11 inches. Wow. Draft in the light craft condition 3'5", fully loaded 3'8". Fuel tanks 290 gallon, fresh water tanks 122 gallon, holding tanks 42 gallon. They're Volvo Penta D4s. 230 horsepower apiece. Here's the important part. Maximum number of persons. 24. Let's go with 24. Let's pack this baby out. Anyway, plenty of information there. Now, let's get down below, get down to business, and let's see if we can find something interesting on this boat. Anybody can do a boat show boat. Ooh, that thing will pop up on you now. Give it a little pull. Alright, let's jump down here. Yeah, we got a little water in the bilge with diesel fuel in it as well. Oh man, might have a cracked tank. Wait, there's the tank. It doesn't reek like diesel fuel, but there's definitely a leak of diesel fuel. There we got some diesel diapers. Oil diapers soaked with red diesel fuel. Again, it doesn't stink real bad in here, but there's definitely some diesel fuel in the bilge. Got the exhaust here has broke off. I don't know, come off of here. Something else came off of here as well. Somebody's been pickling the engine probably. That's what it is. It's a Volvo's D4 300s. You know, I'm not seeing anything dripping. It's just probably one of the fuel lines. I don't think these tanks are cracked. Fuel line probably got damaged, or maybe when they started to pickle this thing, you know, some of you, a lot of you may know more about pickling engines than I do, so maybe when they opened it up to save it, you know, diesel just spills out a little bit here and there. I think that's probably what happened. I don't see any signs of damage in here structurally or due to the fiberglass. Got a Blue Cool V Series air conditioner. Those are really nice. We've got our Aircon chill water pump. A couple of them. Like I said, I don't see any damage in here. I don't see any. I see maybe a bit of a water line went up to there. I'm not sure though. I will have an update for you guys if I find out anything else towards the end of this video when I go on their website, but so far what you see is what you get. Well, not too bad here. Let's go to the starboard engine. Well, she's looking better than the port. Definitely oil. It looks like no diesel, but it looks like oil in the water here. Again, not much, just a little floating on top. Let me jump down in here. Slipping. Yeah, there's a sump pump though hooked up, so it might still be taking on water. Generator box has been opened up. Most likely they needed to get in there and pickle the engine. We've got salt there. You know what probably happened is she took on water and they got it out pretty quick, but she went down. Just look here. You can see mildew mold spots all over the starboard bulkhead there, and what looks like, looks like a water line right there. And that's pretty high up there. That would have been just over this generator. So, yeah, it's a little mildewy in here. This generator, this engine probably completely went under. I mean, worst case scenario, price out 2 D4 300 Volvo Pentas. Not gonna be cheap. But I bet you pull them babies out, if you're not able to salvage them, get rid of them, put in new engines, and you've got basically a brand new boat. Of course, you'd like to see what this thing looks like on the hard. You got to get underneath for sure. I wonder if it got stuck somehow underneath a dock, and then just took on water, or if she had impact below the water line and started taking on water that way. Nothing else to really see inside the engine room, guys. Let me hop out here and give you guys a continual walkthrough of the interior. Now for a continual walkthrough on this 2025 42 Aquila.